College football week 0 right in front of us. Texas playing Ohio State, Alabama playing Florida State, LSU at Clemson, Auburn against Baylor, and Notre Dame on the road in Miami. We're going to take apart all 5 of those big football games, tell you exactly how to make money on each and every one of them. I'm Lawrence Pressman. You're watching the best betting show ever. Joe Raineri, my co-host, and the great, the wonderful, the sexy Art DiCesare from Westgate joining us every time, every day. Guys, this is a fun show. It's right here, man. It is right here. Joe Raineri, college football is days away. Are you excited, nervous? Is there anxiety? How you feel about this?
No, I've already had the Prez. So, yes, I am very excited and I am ready to roll because there is nothing better than this time of year right now. College football rolling into college basketball and the March Madness. I'm all about it.
Art DiCesare, always full of information. He works at the Westgate. He's here to tell us where all the money is going, as well as, of course, give us his thoughts. Art, hope springs eternal this time of year. Everybody stepping up to the counter expects to win. Most will not. Is there a different vibe in the sports book?
Well, when football is back, Prez, this is our time of year. This is what we live for in a risk room. We live for as bookmakers. We live for as sports fans. So having college football back, and then, a week or so later, we're going to have the NFL back. This is the best time of the year.
Well, there we go. Guys, if you like what you're hearing, hit the like button. Take a second out of your day to subscribe to our channel. This show, the best betting show ever, will be on every single day starting Monday, September 1st. It will feature myself, Art DiCesare, and Joe Raineri, and it will be packed full of betting information. But let's get into today's show. This is the CFB preview show for week 0. Joe Raineri, we're going to start with you first. Texas on the road. I mean, you want to talk about a massive football game. -2.5 against Ohio State. Playoff implications all over the place here. We got Arch Manning finally getting the keys to the car. He's playing an OSU defense that is loaded, and I mean loaded with blue chip speed. They've got a new quarterback. They got a freak of a wide receiver. I mean, I cannot tell you offhand when the last time Ohio State was at home as a dog, but here they are. It might be the Arch Manning factor. This game is at noon. It's on Fox. Joe Raineri, how should we bet it?
Well, I think it's going to be a great look into the next era here at Texas with Mr. Arch Manning. But again, I'll go back to it. Why are we waiting this long to see him at this point? Was he not better than Quinn Ewers? Well, we're going to find out rather quickly. One of the toughest places to go play is at the Shoe in Columbus and Ohio State. And Ohio State's defense, by the way, only returning 3 starters from last year's national championship team. Also, Jim Knowles, one of my favorite DCs. Well, he's gone. He's at Penn State now, so they got a lot of turnover on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, they got a new quarterback in Julian Sayin, who just beat that competition out. A lot of newness here for Ohio State. Not so much for Texas here. When you have new quarterbacks, new situation, prime time like this, mistakes happen. I think Ohio State might be more prone to make those mistakes in this game, which could very well give Texas a huge opening day win here. And even though it's the toughest place to play, Prez, kind of hard for me not to look at Texas with the experience coming back for them to get it done.
Yeah, Art, listen, as a sports book operator over at the Westgate, this has to be one of the most bet games of the week. And not only that, I'd be surprised if there's 20 games more bet all year. This is as sexy as it gets. Joe likes Texas -2.5. I probably prefer them on the money line if I'm going to go here, especially given that Texas is on the road. The total in this game is 48, and I expect a low-scoring game. How are you handicapping this, and what type of action is the Westgate seeing on this game?
It will see tremendous handle. Now it gets hurt a little bit because it's 9 a.m. Vegas time. If this was a night game, forget about it. This would get NFL playoff numbers. But obviously, with it being early in the day, the matchup 1 versus 3, two name brands, still going to get tremendous handle. Prez, you mentioned that total. We opened that total 50.5, so bettors have already driven
Yeah.
that price down 2.5 points. We've seen back and forth action on both sides. This is going to be a very split action game. Unless we get some group that comes in late and takes one of the sides, we'll be pretty good set up on either side because of the good two-way action.
Right.
We'll need the over because of all the early under money as we speak.
Well, let's talk about that real quick, Art. We've crossed a bunch of interesting numbers in that total. So we've crossed 50 and we've crossed 49. If it gets bet down, we're going to cross 48. That sets up a hell of a middle. Are you expecting that at all?
It could happen. We've been at 48 now for a couple of days, and we obviously got a little bit more time before this game goes off. I think you will see, Prez, like you said, if it goes down another half a point, even a full point, there's going to be plenty of middle opportunities for people. They will take both sides. They will live with that. But you also got to remember, even if the public comes in and bets this total, they're going to bet it over because that's what they do. So eventually they're going to find a way to bet this number regardless of what it is. Over the public.
Art DiCesare from the Westgate, Joe Raineri from Sports Grid. I'm from Wager Talk. This is the best betting show ever. Hit that like button. Make sure to watch this show every single day. It starts in full Monday, September 1st. Joe likes Texas -2.5. The Westgate needs the over, in this game, as a lot of money has been bet on the under. That has gone down already, 50.5 to 48. Okay, boys, Alabama, the big, mean, mighty Alabama, not so big, mean, and mighty anymore, but that was expected. With that said, a double-digit road dog to start it up. They're in Florida State. This Florida State team is a mess. It is -13.5 for the road Crimson Tide. And Bama rolls into this game with a newly named starter, Ty Simpson, and a Dubois Grubb offense. It's going to be interesting to see Alabama's new look. As far as Florida State, this team can't get out of their own way. I think the line might be too big. This is probably a stay away game for me. I still haven't fully handicapped it, Joe. You think the number 8 Alabama can wallop this Florida State team? Is there a value here at -13.5?
Tough to look at Florida State and expect a whole lot of good things coming out from them here. All indications are, and everything that I'm hearing out of Tallahassee is it's not good, but the stakes are pretty high for both. And listen, there's a lot of turnover at Alabama as well. So you mentioned it, Prez. We've got a situation in which we got a new quarterback here on both sides of the equation here. Everything preseason, I'm seeing you got Florida State somewhere around 65th to 70 in the country, and that's with teams like Northwestern and Arizona and those types of teams there. This is not a team, even at Tallahassee, which is not exactly the home field advantage it used to be. Very hard for me to see Florida State even putting up a good game, maybe early. It feels like Bama, too much depth, too much speed. I'm expecting Alabama to run away with this one. I would also be very interested in what Art has to say about the total in this one, because I got to tell you, I don't know how many points we're getting from Florida State here.
Yeah, Art, talk quickly about the total and also this -13.5 spread. And I'm curious as well, in these type of situations where you have a team with a historically successful brand in Florida State, and they're at home to start the season, and as we spoke about, hope springs eternal. Is there a first quarter bet here on a team like Florida State?
There could be, Prez. And listen, first quarter stuff for us will be up usually day before game or day of game. But when you look at it for us, we opened 13, went to 13 and a half, and we just moved with the market. Joe, you mentioned the total 50 and a half. We haven't budged off that. We really haven't seen support on either side. The thing with Alabama that we know, they will be in a group of, let's say, 4 or 6 teams that will be in all money line parlays. When you're in the 10 to 14 point range, people just load up those teams on money line parlays, 6, 8, 10 teamers. So we'll be rooting for FSU outright. Really nothing on the side yet that would make or break a day, but we know because of Alabama being in that like kind of short field of, just teams that people are going to put in money line parlays, even if they have to lay $9, $10, $11, people are going to do it with Alabama because they see it as like a free square on a bingo card. So, I mean, I think I would lay Alabama, but I wouldn't feel great about it.
Yeah. Joe, how exciting. Listen, we get to listen to Art tell us where all the money is every single freaking day, except Mondays, Art. You are taking Mondays off. So you will be on this show Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and your information is going to be gold. It's really one of the reasons that Joe and I decided to call this the best betting show ever because, well, it is, and we haven't even started. LSU, my friend, +4 against Clemson. I mean, can you believe these matchups? I mean, this is a Death Valley heavyweight battle. Clemson's rolling back their quarterback. Klubnik's coming back. He orchestrates a veteran attack against an LSU team that has completely retooled their back seven, which should be interesting. And I think with Cade's aerial attack, we'll find out very quick what this LSU defense is like. Road team +4, total here 57.5. There is so much pressure on Clemson coming into the season, Joe. They are looking to win it all. It's sort of national championship or bust. That's got away heavy going into week 1 or week 0, first game of the season. Is there value here on the road dog?
So we talked about this, Prez, in our preview show here. One of my best bets of the futures market was Clemson not only to win the ACC, but Clemson to win the national championship. I mean, all the pieces are there. Cade Klubnik, absolutely in the conversation for a potential Heisman watch. They've got everything about this Clemson team is exactly the kind of makeup of this team that they won national championships with just a couple years ago. This team, don't forget, this team was not even remotely close to as good on paper as they are this year, last year, and yet they were 1 or 2 plays away from taking down Texas and giving themselves as an opportunity to win a national championship. I think they get over that hump. I think another year under Garrett Riley's offense, I think Cade Klubnik is going to be in a conversation as one of the best quarterbacks in the country all year long. But defensively was their big issue last year, and they addressed it not only recruiting, but they have had guys in the wings here. I love Clemson's chances here to start off with a big win, and I mean a big win at home in their building. LSU schedule is a nightmare for them. Don't see them winning game 1. I still have hopes for LSU down the road, but I think this is Clemson's time, and a message will be sent here, Prez, that Clemson is back, and yeah, the ACC is battling for a national championship.
Guys, real quick before we go to Art on this, I want to tell everybody that, and this is big news for the Wager Talk family, Joe Raineri will be a handicapper at Wager Talk. He will be upselling picks by Tuesday. What would be the date of that? I think the 26th of August. Tuesday, 26th of August, Joe Raineri will be upselling picks at Wager Talk. And that is incredible news because I have a long relationship with that handsome man. And he's incredible at betting. Incredible. Yeah, Joe, you know what?
Yes, thank you, Prez.
Joe, you're still too young, but as a 56-year-old, I'm getting more mushy as life progresses. Art DiCesare, Are you taking more bets on the Ohio State game or the Clemson game? And how should we bet the Clemson game and what's going on at the Westgate?
Well, it's going to be tight, but I mean, obviously, Texas Ohio State will carry the day. Sharp money on Clemson. We opened 3. We're now 4. I could see that even going a little bit higher. Total was 56.5. It's gone to 57. That is just a market move, nothing that we moved off of a bet or anything like that. But that Clemson 3 is sharp. And Joe, you said it as we talked in our previous show. I think we all feel Clemson's going to have a big year, and it obviously starts in game 1.
Art, let's move on straight to the next game. I'm going to go to you first. Baylor at home. They're +2. They're hosting Auburn. Art, this is a fishy line. I mean, obviously the season hasn't begun, and we truly don't know the makeup of each team. But historically, an Auburn team playing Baylor and they're only giving 2 points, I'm going to stay away from this game. I know it's a big game and an important one, but this is a stay away game for me. I want to see what both these teams are made of before I get to the window on either one. What's going on over at the Westgate, and how do you suggest we bet it?
It's interesting from a betting standpoint and the way we've kind of handled the game, Prez. We opened Auburn 2.5. We saw early support on Baylor. We actually got to Baylor -1 at one point.
Wow.
Now we're back to Auburn -2. So you've seen groups on both sides. They took Baylor early, and then they took Auburn back. So very interesting. This game is completely split down the middle with 2 sharp groups. Total went from 58.5 all the way to 57. So you've seen some sharp under money as well. Not as overwhelming as some other games, but the under money has come in.
Joe, unbelievable that they've moved that much, and now they're back on Auburn. Where are you going here?
Call me crazy here, but I like the home team, man. I think Hugh Freeze is in trouble in Auburn here. I do not trust this Auburn Tiger team. Be one thing if they were home, but, you know, Baylor is sneaky, and Baylor's got a pretty good sneaky coach here, and I think, listen, Auburn would be a monster victory for them on the road, but I don't know that they get it here. I do not trust. I don't think they had a great haul in the transfer portal here. It is still the SEC versus the Big 12. I get it, but this is exactly the kind of games that Dave Aranda, the head coach at Baylor, gets his teams up for and ready to go. A lot of people believe both these guys are on the hot seat before they even play a game. But I'm going to give the edge to Baylor here. I think Baylor shows up, and this could be the upset of the weekend. Even though it's only 2, it would still be an upset to watch the Big 12 upend the SEC to start the season.
No, for sure. Well, I agree with you. Okay, Art, let's go. Notre Dame, -2.5 playing Miami. This is number 6 versus number 10, and another game that I'm sure the Westgate is getting a ton of action on. This is one of those, defensive, Notre Dame's defense versus Miami's, swing at a monster quarterback with Carson Beck coming in from Georgia. This is going to be which side of the ball wins. Is it going to be Notre Dame's defense that holds, or is the Beck-led Canes going to put up some points? The total here is 50. How do we attack a game like this?
Well, let's start with that total, Prez. It was 54, 4-point move to the under. And that was Sharps hitting it at 54. They even hit it again at 52, which has moved us to 50. We had Notre Dame as high as 3. There was some nibble on Miami taking a team, getting 3 points at home. Not necessarily sharp, but they're just taking a football number with a home team at +3. When I look at Notre Dame under a field goal now, I think the best unit on the field is Notre Dame's defense.
Right.
It feels like they're going to go beat Miami. I never trusted Carson Beck. I don't trust the coach. Notre Dame does have question marks at the quarterback position, but I think everywhere else they're solid. I think under a field goal, money line, all that type of stuff. I like Notre Dame in the game.
Joe Raineri.
Yeah, please. Yeah, don't let friends get Cristobaled in game 1 of the college football season. Do not, and I repeat, do not put your money behind Mario Cristobal and the U. They will only let you down. Both of these teams, by the way, have new quarterbacks, like you said, Carson Beck. But we also just learned this week, C.J.
Yep.
Carr, the grandson of former Michigan head coach Lloyd Carr, is the quarterback of Notre Dame, and he's actually really, really good. Marcus Freeman, one of the better head coaches that nobody talks about in college football here. They are going to be good on the defensive side of the ball, and they're going to be very disciplined on the offensive side of the ball. Listen, this has got disaster written all over it for Carson Beck. He makes too many mistakes, made too many mistakes at Georgia. He's going to make too many mistakes here with Cristobal as his head coach. I think Notre Dame is just going to take the air out of the ball. I think they're going to run, and run again. I think it's going to be lower scoring, so I agree with Art and the market move to the under, but there is no way I am looking right in game one to get my ass handed to me by backing Mario Cristobal. Not happening, Prez. It's all about Notre Dame in game one.
And that is the show. We took apart 5 games. Hopefully you guys will join us on those bets. We're going to make a lot of money. Just again, to let you guys all know, this show is called The Best Betting Show Ever. It features myself, Joe Raineri, and Art DiCesare. It goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It is a daily 45-minute show. We're going to take apart the games of that day, plus do deep dives into the NFL and college football games of that week. We're also going to discuss betting the predictive markets, like tariffs and government stuff, and is Bitcoin going up, is Bitcoin going down, stock markets. We're going to talk about anything out there that can allow us to make money. This is a wealth creation show. That's what this is about. I don't care, Art, if you got a dart bet for us that can create wealth, you give it to us. Wealth creation. That is the name of this game. That is why we are here. That is why you guys have to watch this every day, Monday to Friday. Other than that, boys, I'm excited. I love what we're doing here. We're not going to be doing anything till September 1st. We've got 3 shows currently up. This one, our college football preview show, and our NFL preview show. Art, thanks for doing this. Joe, you too. Other than that, hit that like button, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for our first show, our first daily show ever, Monday, September 1st.